Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest, and today we have a sneak peek for the next 3 weeks. It's going to be jam-packed. Get ready. There's tons of equipment, tons of units, tons of VCs. Let's go ahead and dig in. So the first thing coming out this week is going to be Persona 5. Now, Persona 5 is going to initially launch with 2 characters and a VC, and then Violet is going to launch the week after with Astrius. Like I said, it's going to be a jam-packed few weeks. But these are going to be the initial launch Persona 5 characters in VC. There is another Persona 5 VC that you should be aware of, lest you mix them up. It's not free. I mean, I guess it kind of is free, but it's going to be a raid MR VC, which will be distributed with the Persona 5 raid. So if you see that VC and you're wondering, where on earth is that? Am I going to get that? You have to wait until the raid for that to come out. But we're going to get Joker. Joker is going to be able to be pulled for. We're also going to get Queen. Now, Queen is going to be a free unit, very unique unit. I'm not sure I'm super excited for her, but Joker, I'm definitely excited for. He's going to be like the beginning of Dark Element's return into the game. You're going to get Joker in a couple weeks. You're going to get little Lilo 100 cost, right? And then we have Dark Fina, which a lot of people are excited for. So he kind of advents the return of a viable PvP dark composition. So a lot of people are going to be really excited for Joker. In terms of the VC is also nothing to sniff at. It is very powerful, coming in with 4 agility, 20 dexterity, 136 attack, 341 HP. It's going to have for the individual dark unit attack 10% and accuracy plus 15. Party wide is going to give Maneater 25 on physical attacks and accuracy plus 13. And party wide for dark units, it's going to give HP 25%. So this is going to be an incredible VC for any dark composition. That's going to be your dark / PvE composition. That's going to be a dark PvP composition, right? This is universally just an incredible VC. Not only does it have accuracy as well, which is going to pair with the Black Rose Helena VC, right? So you're going to be able to get accuracy in both the main and the sub VC slots. You also have to consider on global that we do have access to the Venera VC, which they don't have on JP. So our dark units are actually going to be in a better place to counter light evasion meta than it was when these kind of VCs and dark units released on JP. Kind of leaning potentially that we could end up in a situation where dark is able to compete with light. We'll have to wait a few weeks. We'll have to wait for some more dark units to come out, but definitely something to think about. If you're a fan of Joker, if you're a fan of Persona 5, these are pretty big deals. We do also have the selection quest for Wind that is supposed to release in, next week or the week after. In JP, it released the same week as Persona 5. But that's going to bring Gargus's weapon, which gives Wind attack 15 to Gargus, AoE resistance 10 for Gargus, and 300 activation time for Gargus. I personally love Gargus. A lot of you guys know that, I'm very pro Gargus on this channel. I hyped him up in my Wind video. I think he's one of the better select quest units. I love that he has high range. I love that he can deal damage, that he can be used for farming. So I'm really excited for this. And I definitely wanted to throw this in the video just because, shout out to people that like Gargus. Shout out to people like, fuck the meta. We like Gargus. Oh, we do have, of course, a bunch of collaboration event quests coming out, and that's going to release next week. Will be the first release of 2 weapons. Interestingly, with these weapons, they are a little bit different than the standard weapons that we're used to in global. They actually both kind of have different stats and stats about them. They definitely have, the basic stats that you would all expect. This one has accuracy 15, which is pretty good. But it also has strike attack 10 and magic attack 10. Queen, being a unique unit, is going to need access to attack and magic, which is really weird. You wouldn't think that a unit needs access to these types of things, but she's a very interesting hybrid unit that's going to be coming out, and it'll be interesting to see. Let's actually pull it up real quick. Let's see if I can pull up Queen's information, and I'll just show you guys right here. So we'll go to her skills, and you can see based on magic, but then all of a sudden the striking attack based on physical attack. So, you know, flash bomb based on physical attack. So really interesting. You know, it's interesting that they decided not to go with, you know, like Gilgamesh's hybrid style, and they went with kind of a combination of like physical and magical. I wonder if we'll see her being built one way or another. Definitely like a conversation for another video, but something to think about when you are looking to build her and equip her out. You're gonna have Joker that's gonna get the attack knife. Now Joker does have extra access to an aim version, which does give 15 accuracy on this. You're sacrificing about 50 to 60 attack though, which is something to keep in mind. But it's going to increase slash attack and missile attack. And very similar to Queen, he has access to kind of both capabilities. Also, keep in mind, I'm not sure if he can equip Lock Stagger, but if he can, defense penetration might be pretty valuable for him as well. So if you're looking for like a temporary weapon to equip on him, if he can equip that, that would be pretty good. We're going to get a lot of collaboration items. So if you're the type of person who is like waiting for the deals to populate, like literally, I kid you not, like all of the Persona 5 packs are going to be coming out. It's going to be a huge collaboration deal. So if you guys are looking to, you know, fill out your Visior, get ready for Astrius, who's going to be coming out the week after the launch of Persona 5. You will want to buy Visior now. And of course, if you do that, please use my Amazon coin affiliate link, dig.gs/coins or dig.gs/offer. Immediately after the first week of Persona, Astrius is going to come out. So he will release, and he's going to release with a VC, of course. So you will have to pull for both of them. However, this VC is not really geared towards him. It's geared more towards Violet. Really interesting that he launches with a VC that doesn't really apply to him. But I swear to be the first is going to be an attack and magic based VC, which is pretty interesting. You know, the hybrid VCs tend to be pretty good. This VC in particular is going to give individual units light attack +5, luck +10%, party-wide acquired AP +50, luck +18%, and party-wide light resistance 20%, and this is all for light units. I'm sure people are going to want to pull this and that this will be relevant. I just think it's really interesting that Astrius didn't launch with like his own VC and that he came out with a light VC. However, not fully surprising though, because he does release the same week Violet comes out. Now, Astrius, of course, is going to come out with his sword as well. Now, the sword is a katana that he uses. It has an aim version, has a critical version. Unique about it, has slash resistance penetration 20. Again, a lot of people are on the Sir O katana hype train for Astrius. I mean, personally, I did a video on that. I like, yes, it could technically be the way to go. I think the best argument I've seen for it is that Maneater applies kind of universally to the follow-up attack, where, you know, that's going to be a really powerful bonus for that follow-up attack. I think, you know, end all be all, it's not going to make the biggest difference in the world. But, you know, it's going to be here. This weapon's coming out. In terms of katanas, we don't get very many options with katanas. As someone who likes to use his samurais, we get like no options. So no matter what, I would say you want to build at least 1 or 2 versions of this. We have Violet releasing the same week as Astrius. Now, again, they could change this on the global side. They could decide that they're not going to roll out these units in the same week. But they could also roll them out in the same week and roll the VC out and just drive global players absolutely crazy. I mean, honestly, who knows what's going to happen? They tend to stretch things out on the global side, but I'm kind of curious if they actually will. Violet's going to come with her own weapon, which is going to be the rapier. It's going to give critical hit rate 20 for 3 turns for self and increase slash attack 15. Very cool weapon. Not the most powerful weapon out there, but I like that we have a sword, you know, that has slash attack up, but also gives another benefit. Very similar to like Tearfang in these like unique situations. It does have access to an aim version for 16 accuracy. And what's great is all the versions of this weapon have plus 15 critical hit rate. So if you are wanting to build like a sword crit build, you could potentially go this route. In addition to Violet, well, I already showed you guys this, but the sword is going to be coming out. We do have some changes coming to Guild Metal Exchange and Friend Metal Exchange, and I don't know if these are going to be coming in global, and the translation got a little bit weird on me. It's interesting that they mentioned Ziza fragments, Medina fragments, armor awakening packs, armor strengthening material, you know, kind of all of this stuff for guild medals. What's more interesting down here is the friend medals, I think, where it's really clear that we're getting Stern, we're getting Elda, we're getting Rob, we're getting Oldoa, we're getting Ziza shards, and we're getting Eileen shards put into the friend metal exchange. Of course, we have some of these shards already in there, but the fact that we're getting more added for more characters is pretty exciting, especially considering, you know, some of these characters are getting secondary masteries. They're already a little bit more relevant now. So I think for a lot of new players, this may kind of change up the priority of units. You may be finding like that a lot of new players are gonna, you know, they already leveled up, you know, Ziza. You might find, you know, traditional knowledge now to level up Oldoa. Like, I think Oldoa would be a great 120 now. I actually think you could solidly recommend for new players to max out Oldoa. She's solid in PvE. She's very powerful. She's going to be able to carry you. She can slash chain. I think she's, you know, she can be usable without bells. I think it'll be interesting to see, you know, if like Ildira, Oldoa, and Ziza are like the first three recommended for new players. It'll be interesting to see. There's other items that they added to the Vision Metal Exchange shop. I didn't get particular on these because I think we already have some of these updates that are going on. Because this is also the quality of life where they added like auto changing, which we already got from 5 friend medals to 15 friend medals. We're also getting I swear to God, you guys, I'm kidding you not. The next week, we're going to be getting the Faint Light Vision card. Now, the Faint Light Vision card, this is going to be Astrius's Vision card. It's going to come out with agility +3, attack 162. Very powerful Vision card. This will probably be the VC that has, you know, Astrius buffs on it. Acquired AP +30% on the individual unit, attack +10%. Party-wide, accuracy +25 for water units. Water attack +18. Also increased water resistance 20 for water units. So lots going on here. Very interesting VC to consider that's being released here. It'll be interesting to see what the global buffs are on it. Keep in mind, we should be getting also second masteries for all of the Christmas units right now. So I'm kind of curious if like this launches with the Christmas unit masteries and we get potentially like Winter Ramada on it. I doubt we will, but that's definitely something to keep in mind here, is that Winter Ramada and the Christmas mastery units are kind of quote unquote overdue to be released right now. So we could be getting, you know, getting them released here anytime. On top of all of this, we do have Garvel and Elshira EX coming. In my opinion, Elshira is one of the strongest light units in the game. Her EX will be really interesting. Garvel as well, one of the strongest dark units in the game. I would argue Garvel is the strongest level 99 unit in the game. Of course, he was one of the latest released units on the level 99 curve. So the fact that he's getting his EX now, he's going to be more relevant, I would say. I'm not sure we'll see him a ton. We may see people trying to utilize like Garvel Joker against light compositions. But for right now, I think we're really going to need that like little Leela to potentially, you know, make those dark units relevant. I could see like Garvel, Little Leela, and Joker, you know, especially since Garvel has a 100% hit attack. Potentially as well, if Esther does overtake the meta, right? Having access to Garvel in a dark composition to counter Esther could be really good. So there's a lot to consider with Garvel EX, and I think you would be a fool to underestimate him. He's going to be one of the units that I EX. You know, there's a few units that I'm like waiting to come out that I'm going to EX immediately, and Garvel is definitely going to be one of those units that I EX immediately. Finally, we do have the raid coming out as well, and I've heard this raid is very difficult. I've heard from a PvE perspective, that this is one of the hardest contents that has ever released for War of the Visions ever. Interestingly, you do have some really good bonus units here. You have Violet, Joker, Queen. You have all of the Christmas units. You have Astrius, right? You have Garvel. You have Lucio, Elshra, Etri, and Murmur. They also got some new mastery abilities. So like you have some really good bonus units here, and you can probably put something together, right? Like I could easily imagine like a slash composition with like Astrius and Winteromida, right? Where you just go water slash and you just shred. Or maybe you go for like a dark chaining composition with like Joker and Garvel. You know, there's a variety of options. I'm just really curious to see kind of how it goes, how it happens. Now, in this event, you are also going to get the MRVC that does roll out with the raid. The MRVC, I'm actually... we just did a video on how like lightning is, I feel like, constantly shafted on VCs, and I feel like this could have been a URVC. Like they could have thrown lightning a bone here. It gives individual units lightning attack up 23, which is really powerful for an MR individual unit effect. Like that is powerful. It gives strike attack plus 20, which, I mean, okay, you're not really using strike and lightning. I mean, I guess maybe some people like to mess around with whatever that MR strike unit's name is, but you're not really running strike to be competitive. HP plus 15%, AoE resistance plus 8. Overall, going to be really good for lightning. But it's one of those situations where it's another MR VC, and it's like, okay, you know, I would have liked a party-wide lightning buff VC, but I don't need it. We don't need that. The raid gear is going to be the Jacked Frost doll, and this gear is crazy ass good. Not only does it have defense and spirit on it, you can get an aim version with accuracy 10, critical evade 10. The shield version comes with defense 15, spirit 7. Where it really shines, though, is the buffs that it brings to the unit. Now, the buffs are going to be slash resistance 10% for self, water resistance 10% for self, ice resistance 10% for self. What I really love about this is that flat plus 10%, which is the same that we get from the runes, right? So you're going to be able to easily kind of design a rune around this piece of gear if you wanted to, slide it in, get that all elemental resistance plus 10 if you really wanted to, right? You could put like 4 other defensive runes for all the other elements, and then you could run like HP set and get that all element plus 5 resist, right? Like you could do some elemental resistance shenanigans here, and getting ice and water resistance with Astrius being really relevant. And ice is a little bit backline, but from what I hear, Velis is kind of making a comeback in a lot of PvP formations right now. And people have kind of been underestimating Velis, and he is kind of emerging as this like stronger, intimidating unit that people have underestimated. We also have Laswell EX, or not Laswell EX, Laswell's second mastery coming, along with Purple Lightning plus 6 in a couple months, and that's definitely not to be underestimated. Frickin' Laswell is a monster on his own. Let's just give him another second mastery and a plus 6 Purple Lightning, and Lord have mercy, you are going to be running the F away from Laswell as fast as you can. Oh, what else do we got going on? We got second masteries for Mashery, Frederica, Etri, and Murmur, which will be really exciting. We also have Lucio's sword coming out. So Lucio's sword, very good. Going to be attack plus 30% for Lucio. Defense debuff for distance 100 for himself. All elemental resistance 100% for himself. Just all around a great weapon and a great place to end this video, because I think, you know, everybody can agree that's going to be a kick-ass piece of gear. And if you don't love Lucio, I don't know what's wrong with you. Lucio is amazing. I would use this on him over the Sword of Light. It may not deal as much damage, but it makes him, you know, an even better brawler, which is one of the things that I love about him. Anyway, everybody, I know you guys love these types of videos. I know you guys love the sneak peek type videos. I want to do a sneak peek video covering everything for the next 3 months. But this is a new style of the sneak peek. Usually what I do is I make a PowerPoint and I kind of cut everything out and I put it in and we go section by section. But I thought this was better to actually look at the JP timeline and kind of synergize kind of WoTV calc in to show you guys what the stats are on the gear. I figured we could do character reviews later. Let me know what you think down below, because I really like doing this style. It's pretty easy for me because I don't have to make a PowerPoint. I think it looks clean and smooth, and I think you guys overall get a better experience. Let me know. Anyway, everybody, thanks so much, and I'll catch you guys next time.